before we finish today, I'm just going to just quickly share about my perspective on engineering. And for me, engineers are really critical and creative thinkers, and the skill set that you get in STEM is this type of thinking, and it's so relevant not just to be an engineer, but to do all kinds of things. So you had Sue, she's the chief scientist, she's an executive. I've actually started 2 businesses, and this way of thinking has helped me so much into doing these things as well. So when I was at school, like I said, I actually didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I picked a range of subjects. I did art, ancient history, physics, and mathematics. And I didn't know what engineering was. I'd never heard of it. I loved art, and when I did that subject, I actually made models and did assemblage art. And I didn't really connect that with building and engineering, but I think there was kind of a flavour of that throughout my school. And this is actually my high school physics teacher, Mr. Adamson. So this is a plug for all the teachers in the room and all the students. Your teachers are awesome. And just ask them lots of questions around where could science and maths take you. And if it wasn't for a conversation that I had with my teacher, Mr. Adamson, I would have never ever have thought about engineering and wouldn't be in front of you today talking about it. I'm so glad that I took his advice, and I ended up at QUT in Brisbane studying engineering. Now, just thinking about engineering, we've had a lot of different speakers today share about it, but there's kind of 4 key areas. So you've got chemical engineering, you've got mechanical engineering, civil engineering, and I'm going to forget the 4th one. What was it? Electrical, thank you, electrical. That's a really hard one where I was like, no way I can do that. So there's actually over 34 types of engineering out there. This is a list from Engineers Australia website. So it can be really hard to know what engineers do, just because there's such a broad range of different areas. So the way I like to think about it is an engineer is someone who uses maths and science to solve problems. And that's what all of these different types of engineering do. So if there's a change that you want to make in the world, engineering is a way that you can do that. Now, why I put this picture up is, we've heard today how important it is to get a diverse range of people into engineering, and there's a story that I wanted to share with you about cars. It's actually funny that we're talking so much about cars and about Ford today, but I find this example really fascinating. So, back when cars were being designed for safety with seatbelts, and I think it was the 1960s, they wanted to put in seatbelts and airbags. So when they designed it, they put in a crash test dummy. So the crash test dummy was actually the size of the average man. So it wasn't suitable for people like me, small-framed women, and because of that, women were 47% more likely to be seriously injured in a car crash. So in 2011, they changed this around, and it's now designed for a whole range of people, but this is why it's so important that we get people from different cultures, a whole range of thinking into our designs, because sometimes we might end up with a design that's not designed for a broad range of people. So I wanted to give you the chance to kind of be an engineer today. So we're going to do a little exercise. Now there's 2 ways we can do this exercise, so I wanted to just check, just by show of hands, who has a phone and internet? Most people. Perfect. Great. We're going to be needing those for the exercise, so that's good. You're allowed to use your phones. Good. This will win. So quickly before we do that, I just wanted to share one last story. One of our partners who helps us inspire girls and regional students in engineering is Qantas, and I was fortunate enough to get a tour of the A380 hangar in Sydney. And it's incredible if you get the chance to go. And I learned about how they design engines. So you can see my friend Renee, she actually works at Qantas, and behind her you can see, it's like, I don't know the technical word, I really should find out, but the pointy bit on the engine. So on the A380, it flies quite high in the air, and it gets really cold. So what happens is icicles form on this pointy bit, and the icicles chip off, and they can go into the spinny bit. You can tell I should be getting an aerospace engineer up here to explain this better than I can. And then what that damages the engine. So what they had to do is they had to go, well, how do we stop these icicles from forming? So the Russian engineers came up with this really complex system where they pumped the warm engine fluid around the pointy bit, and it stayed warm and the ice didn't form. Another team of engineers in America said, okay, we're going to put this heated sleeve on the pointy bit, and that means it'll again be warm and you won't have icicles form. So both these solutions were quite complex, complex, you had to maintain them, and it was actually quite a challenge. But the British engineers actually came up with a different solution. They said, we can get a little $20 rubber thing, put it on the end, and it will vibrate, so icicles don't form. And I love this story because there's so many ways to solve problems. Sometimes we easily go to a complex solution, but there's also lots of really simple solutions out there that we can do as engineers. So today you are going to be car designers, again a Ford story, and I just took this picture off the internet, so thanks for letting me steal your photo. And you are going to be looking at how you would program a driverless car. So it's a really challenging moral kind of question, and ethics actually comes into a lot of what we do as engineers, because we're designing things for people. So you're going to be learning what it's like to program a self-driving car. So you're going to be faced with some scenarios where the car's driving along and it potentially could hit some pedestrians or some animals, or could injure the people in the car. So what I'd like you to do is to pull out your phone and go to this website. So you can see that you're going to choose the language, and then you're going to, if you scroll down, you can see it says start judging. So if you click on that, you can start to judge scenarios. So there's about 12 scenarios. So if you don't have a phone, just share with the person next to you and go through and have a look at how you would judge the different scenarios if you're programming this car. Who discovered something new about themselves doing that exercise? I saved all the women and the young people, so I was very biased towards women and young people. Who found it hard to make those decisions? Yeah, I found it really hard. Yeah. And who kind of got a sense of some of the things that you might have to think about if you were an engineer and you were designing things? Cool. Yeah, so look, I mean, it's something that it's an issue that we've got to deal with right now in creating these driverless cars. And the point that I really just wanted to make is that as engineers, you're always looking at different options. You're using critical and creative thinking to solve these problems. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of a taste, a little bit of a sense of some of the things that you might need to think about. So the maths and the science is super important to help you solve these problems. But there's also, we call it engineering judgment. So as an engineer, you need to use your engineering judgment to apply the maths and the science to solve the problems. So if anyone wants to get in contact with me, that's my email. But we're pretty much finished with the day, which is